Hello, hello, welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today is part 3 of this Somerset studio, this Scrappy Concertina little book. So, cover's done, second page is done, third page is done, half the back cover, that page there is done, and this is half done. So we need to put our finger out and get this finished today. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look at putting a closure on. So I've got this like plastic bead. I think it was the bottom piece of a string of beads on a necklace. I've got a long piece of this interesting, I was going to say cord, but it's more of a thread. Whoops. So I'm just going to poke this through here. I mean, you could use a button, you could use all sorts of things. Poke that through, gather that, and pull it through. So that's nice and tight. Then I'm going to take the other end that I've already put a knot in, and I'm going to poke it under my flower there. I'm going to use another one of these, what are they called? I never know what they're called. Dimension pads, something like that. A little bit of extra glue always, because don't necessarily trust the sticky that's on it, although they do stick to your fingers like there's no tomorrow. I'm gonna pop that on there, press that down. I notice that's lifting up, so a little bit of glue under there, and then we're just gonna pick that top bit off and press that down, and then when that's had a chance to dry, that's going to act as a nice closure for us. So that's that done. Okay, so let's open this up and see where we are going. This page here. Okay, so what have I got? I've got one of these photo slide things, and I figured that would fit under there quite nicely. I obviously need to put some kind of image in there. And then I've got, where's it gone? I did have Tim Holt's Lady, one of the paper doll things. See, this is the trouble, all this mess. All these bits and pieces. Where's it gone? I had it like 10 minutes ago or whatever. Oh, for goodness sake, Claire. Dump, dump. We want that. That. Well, where's that gone? That's bizarre, isn't it? There she is. Because she's flipped upside down. Couldn't quite see her. So I figured we could put her up there, coming out from behind that bush, almost like she's spying on someone. And then I'm going to pop that there just to cover her dead flat bottom, because obviously it's only her head and shoulders, as it were. And we just need to put something in there. So what image would I like to put in there? Let's have a look in my people box and see what I can pull out of there. So these are all just photos and things that I've got from various digitals. I'm wondering, about him. Yeah, although it's not quite wide enough, look, because we've got the white stripe. So no, we need something a little bit wider than that. They're going to be too small. What about these ones would fit? So we could maybe have him at the station. Yeah, I quite like that one. So let's trim that one off. These square images are Louise Heisel's pictures. So gonna pop that there. So we'll take our liquid glue and go all the way around the frame. And obviously if you're crafting along, you're going to have very different set of stuff to play with, but you can still get the overall effect always. So just stick that down. That's fine. I'm going to glue this shut. And there's always these little holes, and I never quite know what to do with them. I mean, you could obviously put some brads in there if you wanted to. Oh, that's not quite lined up, is it, Claire? Fortunately, it hasn't quite stuck yet. There we go. You could always put like some little brads in there, I suppose. Let's have a little look. I've got some mini brads here. Multicoloured ones. So fiddly, these things. Right, so let's have a look. We want, whatever we use, we need 4 the same colour. So, 1, are they the same? No, they're all different. Right. Do you know what? We don't want the bright silver, we don't want the white. We don't really want the black. Is that a bright silver? No, that's like a gunmetal. So that's what we use. We use those 4. I do want to push on and get it done today, but by the same token, I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to, you know, go in my own little pace. You can always put it on pause and have a tea break and come back. So I'm just using my pokey tool to push through, because for some reason these holes are only on the front. So okay, then we'll push these through. Oh, they look good, didn't they? We'll just open that up. It's interesting. When I came to paper crafting and discovered that these were called brads, because growing up we always called these split pins. I don't know if it's, I've got a hair stuck in there now, look. I don't know if it's an American term over an English one, but they were always split pins when I was a girl. Been a while. Oh, and crafting with nails is not always the easiest thing to do. But then there are other bits that are super easy because of the nails. So, you know. Anyway, we're going to put these through here. I'm waffling away. I can't. There it is. And there's my fourth one. Bearing in mind I'm going to put it under that bit of paper. We probably won't see all four, but better to be safe than sorry, I guess. Right. Okay. And then that. Oh, so we see three, but hey ho. Right, so let's stick her down and then we can put that bit of paper back down properly. And this, I did get asked recently about this glue. This is the high-tech glue. 1 second, I'll get the bottle and show you. So she's stuck down there. It's this, the original high-tech, all-purpose, very sticky glue. Dries clear, flexible, ideal for fabrics, paper crafts, hobbies, general crafts, safe and non-toxic. And I get mine from Amazon. Although if you're in the UK, although they don't always have it, you can also get it in Hobbycraft. And I just transfer it into these little bottles because it's easier to get like a nice small line coming out. Although, as always, it feels like it's empty. Right, I'm going to line this up so it goes right there to her shoulder because I want to hide that straight line, as I said earlier. And then I'm just going to put some glue on the edge of this. Oh, come on, I thought there was more glue in here than this. Very often it's just that it's got an air bubble in it. There is plenty of glue in there. Although it might not be the case today. Bring that over. Stick that down. We very nearly covered his face, but not quite. So those 2 pages are now done. I feel like I need a number or something there, or actually something across here. So where's my little bag of ephemera stuff? Right, I've got little bits and pieces here. I don't obviously want bows because it's a picture of a man. I've got a bit of a ticket there. Oh, that's not looking brilliant. What about this one? What's in this one? What's this one? Administration Paris. That works. So there you go. I'm going to pop that. No, there's definitely no glue in that. I'm going to have to use the big bowl. And don't squeeze too hard. See, look, that's the trouble. Which is why I like a little bottle. There we go. Administration Paris. And then I feel like we need a number up now. Got a number in here? Oh no, but we've got some Tracy Fox labels. Wanted. Oh, warranted not to become rancid. No, not really. Parcel post. License number, that might work. Could put that up that side. So use a little bit of this glue that's on the spatula where we just cleaned up the big one. And pop that up there. It has got a number on it. I said I wanted a number. There we go. Lovely. Now you will notice this is different from when I closed off yesterday. I did lift this up and put this doily underneath it with this number 3. Come back to that page. Right, let's do, whoops, let's do this page here. Now, I've got this piece of file folder, and what I'm thinking is it would be nice to have a flip. So I'm going to fold that over, and I know I'm probably off camera, but that, actually I want it the other way because I want the tab at the bottom. So there we go. We'll fold that. We'll put that under the edge of that receipt, and of course that's why we didn't stick that down in the first place. So I'm just going to put some more glue off my spatula. And then we just spread that about a bit, lift that up, prop that down, so now we've got a flip. We can get some glue on the edge of this piece. That's our vintage receipt. And decorate that up as well. Now I feel like we need that house on here. Do you remember we did the little house? Got to find it now. This is what happens, Claire, when you're a messy worker. Right, we need this envelope and we need that frame. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. We're going to need them tickets. That's not what I'm looking for. We might need that. There it is. There's our little house. So I figure if we put our house on there, that's nice, isn't it? But we just obviously want some backing paper on here. Oh, I like that. So let's take that off. Let's line that up there like that. We'll tear this off. Okay, I'm going to leave those torn bits, that's fine. Take that piece where we cut off a set shape. That's going to go nicely on there. That is going to sit there, and the weight will help to hold that down. So that's good. And also the only way really to use these very old pages is to glue them to something else. They're so brittle, they just won't stand up on their own anymore. But we still love them and we still want to use them, so we stick them to something else and then we can use them. Okay, some glue on here. use my spatula again, because it's much easier at this moment in time than stopping the camera and filling my bottle back up. So that's that one, and of course now we've got this flower matching this flower, so that's working nicely. And then we can put something on there. Not sure what I want on there at the moment, so I'm going to leave that. We're back to the front, so now we need to go to this page here, and this is the page that I thought we could put this envelope on. This is just a standard long thin envelope that I've made out of those multi-layers of napkin backs. That's not quite straight, so I'm just going to trim that off and then run a little bit of ink across there just to marry that up. Okay, so now I think if we glue the top and the bottom, we can use that as a pocket. So it'll be a double pocket because we've got the envelope on the other side. So that's going to go there, that's going to go there, and then down that side. And then that'll act as a pocket. And I like that you can see all this corrugated card. You can see the base that we started with. So that's going to have a little minute to dry, and of course it matches this back. Right, now let's get this frame, because the frame is going to be on my very back page, and what I thought I would do is I would use fabric and lace to decorate up my frame, because there's lots of what is there, Claire? There's lots of fabric and lace through the book, and there was in the original example. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this doily around that corner, and I'm going to glue it down like that so it hangs off there. So we're going to glue there, and we're going to put that on there like that, so it goes up that corner, and that will hang down like that. I like this bit of fabric, so again I'm gonna put glue there, I'm gonna trim down there, that's going to come round, be held in place. Just give that a wonky cut there. Right, what else have we got? Don't want that. Yeah, so I'm going to pull these strings off this, or actually cut them because they won't come off. We're going to have a bit of glue come down here. Whoops, that's the glue bottle gone on the floor. That's no good, is it? And then pop that on there like that. Do I want it round the front? No. So where's my scissors? There. I just think that looks like super fun, because we don't usually put, you know, lace and stuff around a frame. We usually cover it in paper, and then I've got these little wooden embellishments. This one's got this nice flower on it, so I'm thinking if that's going to sit on there, maybe that one will go up there, and then I'm going to put a person behind there. So we're going to get the Tim Holtz people up, I think, or maybe go back into my box where we just had the people and see if we can't. Right, now because I've overspread that glue, which I'm not happy about, I'm going to trim a bit of this off. This is just coloured cheesecloth. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And this time we're going to actually glue this. I think it's going to be easier. So I'm putting a bit of glue on my actual spatula like that, and I'm just going to rub it around and put that down there like so. Okay, let's grab the Tim Holtz people and see what we'd like to put in there. So what have we got? We have got not many. Need to think about replenishing these, and we want quite a big one because it needs to go on this corner. Now, do we want it to be this couple? We can always chop their feet off. That's quite nice actually. We don't want the little girls. Move that over, Claire. Don't want little girls. I don't want her. She looks a bit ominous. See, there's more chopped off feet. I don't think I want people sitting down, so not them. Maybe with all the lace, do we want the bride? No. Don't want her. She again looks a little bit grumpy. I think, without realising it, I chose right straight away. The only thing is, what about these? These do look a little bit more sort of colourful, these two, but they're a bit bigger, so they're going to have to go further over. Yeah, no. See, I don't know why I bothered looking, carrying on looking. They were obviously the right couple from the beginning. We're going to pop them in there, and then we can stick that down. I'm just trying to get these out of the way before they all end up on the floor. Right, so how are we going to put this in here, Claire? How are we going to make this work? So we can put a little bit on the back of her head and on her shoulder. So do her shoulder and the back of her hat like that. And that's going to slide there like that. and then he can have a little bit down his arm. I'll put a bit on his waistcoat. Come on, glue. There you go. And drop that down there. I love it. So let's glue it up now properly. So we're going to glue all the way around the frame, across them, like that, and that can be spread out a little bit. Right, let's flip this back over, line it up, there. So give it a good press down. I've got glue on my fingers, which is never good. Yeah, I think that's a lovely back page. Come on, get yourself stuck. And then maybe we want something about there. Is there something else in here? Or, oh look, there's these little brown ones. What about, yes. So I'm just putting more glue on my spatula. To get glue on this, and then that is gonna just sit there. Right, it just definitely needs a little bit more drying time. Love that as a back page though. We are good to go. Okay, and of course this is flappy. Now do I want that flappy? No, do you know what, let's not. Let's stick it down. Okay. And then on our envelope, well obviously we can put all sorts of things in there to find, but we need something on here and we need something to go behind. Now to go behind, what have I got up here in my like pre-made area? Now this is awesome, but that's not going to fit in there because it's much too big. I feel like I might cut some of that off because I do like that. So let's first of all cut a bit off the side because I feel like it's not straight. And then let's cut, how much do we need? Cut a chunk off the bottom. I think we'll go under Madrid. Like that. And that still doesn't look straight to me. Does it look straight to you? looks better. Right. So that now slides in there. Yes, perfect. Okay. So we just want something on here. Keep those. They can be used for something, definitely. Let's go back in our box. Now, we have got all those black and white ones from Tracy. That might be quite nice, but I don't feel like it's going to be heavy enough. What's this? Oh, linotype terms. I'm going to turn it this way so that I can see what I'm doing. See, the black and white just works perfectly with that card that we've got there. So what else have I got in here that's in black and white? And preferably printed on card to make it, well, that can go inside, to make it that little bit, you know, firmer. In advance. Come on, Tracy, don't let me down. They're Christmassy ones. We don't want Christmas, do we? I mean, we do, but not for this book. Right, that's going to go inside, so we've got something interesting to find inside. I'm wondering, that's paper, so it's not really heavy enough, whereas the card is just that little bit. That's card. No. Oh, love the bookseller and linotype. There you go, that's what we're doing. And maybe even the commercial. Right. If you're looking for those, they are Tracy Fox random labels, I believe they're called. And you get, well, technically you get 8 sheets because there's blue. Is there blue? No, I think you get 6 sheets because there's black, green and red. But there's the black, green and red with this creamy background, but then there's also pure white. So yeah, I think you get 6. There might be a blue. Did I dream there was a blue? I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to go and have a look. Really random labels they're called, and they are really random. There's all, oh come on, the other glue will be dry. There's all sorts of things, and there are some where the labels are repeated, but for example in the black they're in this long, like this bookseller is long and thin and in this font, and then in say the red one it will be a rectangle in a different font. So yeah, there you go, and that sort of holds that down a little bit more. And I'm just wondering if we want, no, that feels like too much now. Okay. Oh, but look at it up there. There you go. See, we knew we wanted it out. We just thought we wanted it somewhere other than where it belonged. There you go. Because the black photo, yeah. So we've got a pull-out card there. I feel like maybe I should have trimmed a little bit more off that. That page is done. Those 2 pages are done. We come back to the front with our beautiful flower, and then we've got this one, need to do that, and that one's done. So we just need to do a little bit of work on this one, and I wonder if that is where, no, I did think I was going to use that, but I feel like it was wrong. Click there, I could, yeah, no, Claire, no, Claire, no, naughty Claire. Right, and if you didn't see yesterday's video, these are freebie pages in my Ko-fi shop if you would like to have some of that flowered paper. Novelties and notions, no. KLM, oh yes, so let's trim that, take that KLM, and we're going to pop that on there. So again, actually, do you know what, glue stick is just as good if not better on fabric, I'm always telling you that, and it's a lot quicker than playing with that stupid bottle of glue. And I love that that's fraying and coming apart. Okay, so we need to do something on the inside here. We don't want another frame. I don't feel like we particularly want more fabric. I think what we want is a nice dictionary page on there, because it's next to that semi-official letter. So we're going to have a bit of dictionary page. Let's get this torn. It's going to go about there, and then just towards the bottom of that last short paragraph. Okay, so that's going to be our background paper. So I'm going to glue that. Whoops, stand up. So there's our dictionary page, and then we're going to play in our ephemera packets. What is this one? Oh, I like that. Look, it's sewing silk. Now, if I just glue on 3 sides, I can definitely poke something at the top, yeah? So what else have we got? We have got this lovely bow, but I don't really want to cover up any of that beautiful vintage handwriting. That's green, that's a man, that's a mushroom. No. We don't want bows. Oh, Christmas. Oh, that would go nice in there. And then we could possibly get our notions on there, because silk and sewing is notions. So let's glue this. believe we stuck a dog hair in that, but never mind. There. So that is stuck down because we didn't glue the top, which means we could, if we wanted to, put a little something in there because that will act as a pocket. But also we had this novelties and notions. Well, sewing silk is a bit of a notion, isn't it? So let's, I want to keep it tatty. I don't want anything too straight or correct, you know. So gotta keep it scrappy. Oh goodness me, it doesn't want to rip that way though, so I might have to just, oh that's better, I just didn't have a long enough piece. We'll get that glued up there. And this Novelties and Notions, of course, is from my second stamp set, which, like the first, is taken from actual vintage adverts. And for now, I'm just going to put that bit of eco-dyed paper. Oh, no, I'm not. Is it too wide? Yeah. And then when you pull that out, you've got that revealed, not relieved, revealed underneath. I just feel like we need something here. Not too much, because as I say, that's a beautiful vintage piece in its own right. Maybe, oh look at that. Railway station via 21st Street. I'm going to put that up there. So there you go. That is our scrap, I believe. I'll just go through and check. That's our Scrappy Concertina mini series over 3 days viewing. If you're feeling a bit lost before you really plunge into Christmas mode, it's a little something to keep you going. And it, well, what did it take? About 4 hours, I suppose. That flips down, that comes round, and that is our closure. So, yeah. Okay, let's open it up and just double check I didn't miss anything before we call it complete. So we've got our front page with this lovely fabric flower, which we did in the very first video. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there. Okay, then page 2, we've got the lady and the photograph. We've got the window frame, not going anywhere or making any sense, but I love that. Then we come over and we've got the condemned, the mother of shell button. We've got the envelope we just did with the card. And then on the back, we've got that lace frame, which I adore. And then we come back, we've got our flip down. But actually, that was also a tuck spot, wasn't it? Let me just double check. Yes. So I could make a journal card or something to go in the back there. I'll have to remember that. What have we got? Have we got anything worth quickly popping in, or do they all need looking at? Oh, this might work. So, well, oh, look at that. That's going to work lovely. Look, that is a little cluster. Oh, I love that. although it's blue. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe, do we go back to this? That's too big. That's why I was cutting it. Oh, Claire, you thought you'd finished, and now you can't find something. Oh, there you go. That is lovely. That's just perfect. That's going to slide in there like that. There you go. And then we've got our flap that we just did last of all, and we're back to the front. So there you go. As always, I hope that you found joy and some form of inspiration watching this mini series. Happy crafting. I'll see you very soon. Thanks to Somerset Studio for getting us going on it. I suppose we should actually just have a quick look. Yeah, there was the original project. So there you go. Ta-dum.